Avery, can you say hello? Say hello.
Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome from our Educare DC children and from me, Piper Davis, and my wonderful colleague, Jamal Berry. We are thrilled to have you all with us as we celebrate the opening of our new early childhood school, co-located at IDEA Public Charter School in Ward 7, DC. This new site serves infants and toddlers, including the adorable children you just saw from our Flamingo class and our new prenatal program. Through this expansion of Educare DC, we are proud to increase our impact for a future where all children, regardless of zip code, race, or socioeconomic status, receive the strong start in life that they deserve.
Today, we acknowledge you, our partners and supporters, who with our staff, teachers, parents, and volunteers play such a vital role for our children. The nurturing educational environment that your support has allowed us to create sets the stage for children to play, explore, and imagine. And that environment gives them a love of learning that lasts a lifetime.
We wish we could be in person with you for this celebration, but the good news is that our children and their teachers are all back in person every day, including in our amazing new classrooms at IDEA. When I walk the halls of our schools and look into our classrooms, I find myself overwhelmed with gratitude and inspiration to see the joy that young children so easily embody.
So let's begin by sharing some of that joy and inspiration with you. We start with a recap of the ribbon cutting event in June, the first time we were able to welcome supporters to our new building. Thank you to our ribbon cutting ceremony guests.
As Jamal explained in the video, Educare DC has grown to serve 424 students and their families each year. And in the nearly 10 years since we started, Educare DC has touched the lives of thousands. All of this is made possible by our many generous donors over the years and by special project funders for our new site, including the Buffett Early Childhood Fund, the Bainham Family Foundation, and the Reinvestment Fund, the Office of Head Start, as well as our finance and construction partners.
And now we want to show you the space that your support built for children.
Welcome to Educare DC's newest location inside of the Idea Public Charter School in Ward 7. I am Marquez Hall, one of the infant and toddler master teachers here at the Educare Idea.
And I'm Diana Washington, Director of Facilities here at Educare DC. We are so proud of our new space and would love to have you come and see us in person soon. But for now, we're going to take you on a tour to see how we support early learning and teaching here in the early years.
Let's go.
We have a great tour in store for you today. But before we begin, I would like to take the time to talk a little about Educare DC and our research-based approach to education. 4 pillars compose the Educare model: data utilization, embedded professional development, high-quality teaching practices, and intensive family engagement. These pillars are key components of a high-quality program and are supported by strong leadership and community connections. Not only are we providing a safe and healthy space for children to grow and learn, we also partner with parents as a means of supporting the child and the whole family. Now, let us show you our incredible space.
Normally, families will be greeted here at the front desk. However, due to COVID protocols, student drop-off and pickup takes place on the exterior of each classroom. The front desk is always monitored by a staff person who is aware of all of our security measures and protocols. Here we also conduct our health screenings on all students, families, visitors, and staff that come into the building. Our stroller parking area provides families with a spot to leave their strollers to keep our hallways clear. The Parent Center is a quiet space equipped with computers. This is one of the resources that we provide our families with. Here, parents can use the computers to apply for jobs and access other resources. During COVID, this space is restricted, but normally parents are welcome to use it at any time of the day.
Let's talk about wall colors. Yes, they're fun, bright, and welcoming, but they also serve an important purpose. Research shows that the color green promotes calmness of thinking and concentration. Follow me down the hall as we visit 4 classrooms designated for older toddlers from 24 to 36 months. Along the other hallway, we have classrooms designated for infants and younger toddlers. Each of our classrooms has been carefully designed, incorporating large windows for natural light and direct access to a small outdoor space dedicated to each classroom. Classrooms vary in setup depending on the teaching team's needs and the ages of the children, but they share common features such as family-style dining, areas for playing and exploring, and quiet areas for rest. Very young children have cribs, and slightly older children use cots. You can also see that each room has access to a restroom shared with their neighboring classroom, with child-sized fixtures and changing areas. We also make sure that we feature teacher bios at the door so that parents and caregivers can start to get to know the teaching team.
In every Educare DC classroom, high-quality teacher-child interactions are supported by well-trained teachers and staff, small class sizes, and ongoing professional development. Welcome to my office. A key part of the Educare model is to provide ongoing professional development for our teachers that is conducted by our master teachers like myself. This practice includes ongoing coaching, modeling, and practicing for our teachers. We see that this is prioritized through our building design, where the master teacher offices have windows that can see inside of our classrooms. This room features a one-way observation window. This allows for master teachers and other staff to stay closely connected to what is happening in the classroom and allows us to use this space for observations. Sometimes, teachers will observe other high-performing teachers. Sometimes parents will observe teachers interacting with their children without disrupting the classroom environment. It is all a part of our goal to be a center of teaching and learning.
This door leads to some classrooms we share with IDEA Public Charter School for their students working to receive their Childhood Development Associate credential. Through this partnership, IDEA students are able to come to our classrooms, learn from our teachers, and gain firsthand experience. We work with IDEA to fulfill a commitment we have for lifelong learning, from the early years to preparing for a career. We are proud to contribute to the training of our future early educators.
Here we have our dedicated lactation room for our nursing mothers. This facility can be used by both our Educare DC family and staff members. Inside, we have a changing table, a cozy chair, and anything that will help our families feel more comfortable while they are nursing in our facility. While we're also here, I would like to mention that we also have a prenatal program with the IDEA location. This program is called Moms to Be. Moms to Be is a program that partners with mothers from pregnancy throughout their baby's first year. The program's goal is to support mothers and their babies by helping them gain access to quality health care, learn about pregnancy and childbirth, and connect with other mothers.
Let's continue our tour along the back hallway. Here we have workstations for our family engagement and comprehensive service team members, supporting the great work for our classrooms. Our family engagement and comprehensive service team members provide wraparound services for our children and families. Our family engagement team partners with parents to understand their strengths and challenges and work with them closely throughout the year to help them achieve their goals, whether they are around parenting, employment, education, or housing. Our family engagement program collaborates with parents as their child's first and most important teacher. Families grow in supporting and advocating for their children's education and development. Our comprehensive services team supports both our students and their families. For our students, we support their physical health through hearing, vision, and developmental screenings. We also provide support related to nutrition, vaccinations, and well baby visits. For children with special needs, we coordinate inclusive early intervention services and therapies. Through community partnerships, we are able to offer children and families mental and behavioral health services.
Here, I would like to highlight how we maintain our home-school connections. Each classroom features a documentation board. These boards are to help families reinforce the skills that their students are learning. Each board contains our daily schedule, the menu, as well as activities that the students are participating in throughout the day. Speaking of menus, we provide healthy meals for our students free of cost. A child who is with us all day receives breakfast, lunch, a snack, and dinner. We work with the registered dietitian to review all of our meal plans to ensure our meals are healthy, balanced, and meet our students' nutritional needs. We also offer appropriate substitutions for children with dietary restrictions and allergies.
We're back outside in one of our many play areas where we make sure that children get 60 minutes of outdoor playtime each day. An important part of a child's development is outside play. Outside play helps to develop their social skills as well as their gross motor skills. Also, studies show that outdoor play supports emotional and mental health and contributes to better sleep.
When our students leave Educare DC, they are academically, socially, and emotionally prepared for kindergarten.
And after touring our school, we're hoping you're eager to see why.
Every inch of our thoughtfully designed building is made for collaboration between our teachers, staff, and families for our smallest learners to create the biggest things.
Thank you for your continued support, and we're hoping to see you soon in person.
Everything we see from the biggest window and most colorful walls to the smallest nail is the result of people working together, sharing their resources of time, effort, imagination, and financial support.
Your contributions have created this space for children, parents, teachers, and staff to collaborate in preparing the smallest children to go on to achieve big things. High quality early education programs like Educare can deliver a 13% per year return on investment. That's better than the average stock market returns over the past 50 years. Research shows that early investment in holistic developmental resources for young children with a quality learning environment results in better education, health, behavioral, and employment outcomes.
Here are 4 members of our community sharing examples of what that investment in early learning at Educare means to them.
My coworker actually gave birth a little bit before me, and we were talking about just how we were going to go on working because we didn't have no one to help us with, watching our kids while we were at work. A lot of my friends use different daycares in DC, so I heard different stories. So my main thing was I wasn't going to go back to work, because I'm not putting them in daycare with the stories that I heard. Finding this Educare, and I had told someone over the phone that I first spoke to, and I'm like, this is different.
So the structure of Educare is very unique and interesting, as most early childhood centers do not operate in this way, and that we have comprehensive services on site. We have family engagement. We also have health and nutrition here. So when I say multifaceted, I mean that families can really get help with every aspect of their life here, not just the educational piece for their child.
Educare has it all here. You have comprehensive health services, you have family engagement, you have all of these different departments that families are able to come and get all of these services under one roof at one time, right? You can literally walk through the hallway and get all of the services that you and your family need. So that meant a lot to me, to understand that every single family that we brought into the building was going to receive family engagement, right? It's not something that we just do sometimes. It's built into our program. It's a part of our everyday workings of our program. It's a part of what makes Educare DC.
Because I know in Head Start, a child's health is very important, and it's also a mandate from our licensing that every child should have like an up-to-date well baby check and immunization before they can join the program. Educare have grown because we know that there's a need for it. Educare is a Head Start in steroids, I can say that, because we are really giving the most service and accommodation to both children and family. And I'm just so proud of that.
One thing that excited me the most is I love kids. I've always loved them and working with them. I think the mission of Educare is really admirable, and I love to be a part of that. I think reaching out to people in a multifaceted organization is really great because they not only help the children, but they're helping their families, they're helping you save for college.
Literally would start my day out at the front of the building, looking at all the kids, the families, the parents, greeting them as they come into the building, just saying hello, taking that extra time out of your day, as all of us as the family engagement team do, in order to greet our families as they come into the building. And that's where our bond begins to start with the families, and where they understand you and know who you are, just building our community and expanding it as much as we can.
Main thing that really stick out to me is when I first brought him, like the first week, like the third day, the person at the front on the side that greets you, remember his name. Oh, and I was like, Chaz Miles, and they was like, I already called for him. I'm like, wow. So, just small things like that really stand out. It's always someone there. And just like greeting the kids, I think that just helped them brighten the day. And just, let them know, have a good day, we'll see you tomorrow. Always just, make them feel good too. So I think that's just like a core part of the kids' day?
So for me, a typical day, especially wearing mask, is I know ASL. So right now in the infant room, I use a lot of American Sign Language with them every single day. And this is just because they can't see us talking. And even though like nonverbal expression is really important, and they still smile at us if we're smiling, even through the mask, but it's really important to like promote literacy and just language using other tools, especially when they're nonverbal. So you guys will be surprised if you walk in and a baby is 7 months asking me for something with their hands, and it really does happen.
Prenatal program is kind of different from others. I always say that because this is not only services to mom while they're pregnant, after they're pregnant, but all the way to childcare. Where can you find that? When they come, those participants that we have right now, we give them a different kind of approach, not very judgmental in a way, but just tell us what you need. That weekly kind of meeting between our perinatal coordinators and them make them very appreciative of what Educare is doing. It's as I quote one of the pregnant moms participants, it's like a second family for them. Yeah, because they have somebody to talk to, ask questions, relevant health questions that they just don't hear from other peers, but these are coming from reliable sources and resource.
We are having a really good success rate with our families. We're really, Educare DC invests a lot into our families. And that's what really brought me here, and really made me understand once I got here that this was a place that I wanted to be.
I would more say come to Educare because there's no other place that's going to be multifaceted and successful for you and your family like here.
I don't know how I was so lucky to find Educare, but I'm blessed.
This place is made special by the care, commitment, and plain old hard work of our teachers, staff, and parents. They work each and every day to ensure that our students receive the care and education they deserve. And that sets them up for a lifetime of success.
We are so incredibly grateful for all of the hard work that went into building, opening, and operating this new school. It wasn't easy to do in the middle of a pandemic, but together we made it happen.
We feel lucky to have such a caring, responsive, and dedicated community. Thank you for joining us for this truly special event.
Thank you and goodbye, everyone.